is everybody, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be sorting the Skam characters, and my nails are ready for doing some sorting, even though I know some of these are a tad bit not good looking, as you can see, like this one. Yes, that's my middle finger, don't judge. Also, my finger is blurry now, and yeah, anyways, the purple one is just because I need to add another color. So we have Gryffindor, we have Slytherin, we have Ravenclaw. That's my house, first of all. We have Ravenclaw and we have Hufflepuff, and this is just the color of magic, basically. Purple is a very magical color, that's why I put it there. Anyways, guys, we are going to be sorting the Skam characters, and later I'm going to try to sort the Italia characters as well, so stay put. But I'm not doing it this video because now it's focusing on Skam. You know, 10 days to fill you guys up with some fandom information and shits and such. And also for Skam fans out there, the erotic thriller that Talia is going to be part of starts filming. I think they started filming today. Apparently, I saw it on Instagram that apparently they were going to start filming today, or maybe for them we were already on the next day, so I don't really know. I think they were not, because it's okay, wait, no, it's almost 10 p.m. Whoops. Either way, so they might have started filming today, apparently. I don't know. Let's sort the Skam characters, shall we? I had to write this down and do some research, so as you might see, I have done a lot of thinking. I think I have spent about 3 days plus to work on this, maybe a week. So let's get started, shall we? I'm just gonna take away this other book, but you know that has some stuff too, like, honestly. Okay, let's go. We're gonna start off with the main characters, Eva, Nora, Isak, and Sana, and then we're gonna move to the love interests, which means we're gonna start off with Jonas, who is Eva's main love interest. Like, Penetrative Chris will come later, because he's not a main love interest in a way you could say, even though he kind of is, but Jonas was the main of the love interests during season 1, basically. Like, it's Eva and then it's Jonas. And then we're gonna go for William, because he was Noah's love interest, which was very obvious. And then there's Evan, because, yeah. Then Josef, because, yeah, you already understand this. Then we're gonna move forward to the rest of the girl group, which is left with Vilde and Chris. Girl Chris, obviously. Because, as you know, almost, literally all of, like, 3 out of 5 of the girls was main characters. And after that, we're gonna take the mainings of the boy squad, because I already done then Isak, Jonas, and Wilhelm and Evan. I need to read fast, okay? And Evan. So we are left with Magnus and Mari. Then we're gonna move on to Penetrator Chris, and then Eskil and Lynn. And then we're gonna take Elias, Adam, and Mikael. Yeah, I am, and also I also gonna add Jamila, because she has like an important part of Sana's story. I'm not gonna add Emma and Sonia unless I've done some thinking. But if I had to, I'm just gonna say those two very fast. I'll probably put Emma in Slytherin, as she is very dead set on her goal, and if she don't get her well, she will. Yeah, and Sonia, I am really unsure about. I probably will put her in Slytherin. It's my best friend is in Slytherin, guys. Okay, so no, they're just the evil ones. No, because I know Sonia is good at the end, and she is very wise, like a Ravenclaw. However, yeah, no, I'm starting with those I like the least because they were smart, right? I'm not like gonna take Nikolai. He is like, William is like a Muggle born, and Nikolai just end up being Muggle. That's what I'm saying now. Either way, Sonia is Slytherin because of how she wants to protect her own, in a way. Like, she wants to protect Evan when the thing with Isak happened, And in the end, she realized how good Isak actually was for Evan, so she let go. So she is so at the same time as yes, she might want to have Evan to herself and all. She knows that Evan is so in love with Isak that she just had to let it go. So she is a Slytherin for wanting to protect the ones, the one of hers, basically, like her group, you could say. Let's move now on to the people I was supposed to sort, but now you guys know what my thoughts are on Emma and Sonia. So yeah, Eva, I think, is a pure Hufflepuff. She could have been a Gryffindor because of how brave she is. However, I have seen her have a lot of Hufflepuff loyalty in her blood, or we see it a lot. If you haven't noticed already, while looking at Eva, you probably should have by now actually. Her biggest part is her friends. She remember the reason for that shit happened in season 1 was one of the reasons was Yasuki kind of Isak, but it was also the fact that she put Jonas's thought in front of hers. What he thought of her meant a lot more to her than what her thoughts about herself was. So she put his feelings for her in front of her own feelings for herself, basically. He was a bigger priority for her. And that is a very Hufflepuffly thing to do. Hufflepuffly. That was a fun word, sorry. She's also very loyal to her friends, you might have noticed. And the thing that at the same time she wanted to be friends with, he's like when she thought at the time that he had done some shit, she was like she thought he had changed and all like that. And when she got to figure out the thing with Sana, she still talked to the girls and stuff, and they made it through. Eva truly is a Hufflepuff in my opinion, but I've seen she has some sides that, you know, can fit some others. Nora was I had to look up what other people thought. I was really unsure on her, and a lot of people said Ravenclaw, and I can actually agree. Because Nora is a very wise girl. That's pretty obvious. She is very smart, and she works very hard at school. However, there's one thing I think I think the stupidest decision she's ever done is being with William when he was a complete douchebag. Okay? I think that's the stupidest thing she's ever done, but honestly, I am a Ravenclaw myself. I've done a fuck ton of stupid things. I've done so many stupid things that you would never know. You would have known. And the fact that I am not that good at school even, and I'm a Ravenclaw. Therefore, I say Noah, yes, she's a Ravenclaw. However, when it comes to love and interest, she could have done a better decision than William. Okay, I'm sorry. Like somebody who might have been better for her. Next up, we got season 3 Moine, and that is Isak, who is my favorite character, and I spent a long time thinking about him. And I've seen people sort him into different houses. I've seen him being sorted mostly into Gryffindor and Slytherin. Those are the 2 houses I've seen him being sorted into the most. However, he is also very wise, like a Ravenclaw. I spent a lot of time thinking, what the hell could he be? Then in the end, I have also wanted to sort him into Hufflepuff. I decided in the end that he was a Slytherin. Reason for this is because he's a snake. Snake suck. I'm just kidding. Shall I give a better explanation? Okay. Isak is in Slytherin, alongside my best friend in Lydia. Because here's the thing, you know how in Gryffindor we have these people who have abilities that may seem like they could be in another house, right? I think Isak would be one of those that they would have a problem with a problem with sorting. We know he had a problem with Hermione, with Gryffindor or Ravenclaw. This is one of those things he would do probably with Isak, wanting to put him either in Slytherin because as just like Sonia, I think he has things for wanting to protect his own, and also he has this thought about when he said for something, that's where he said. But at the same time, I want to put him in Ravenclaw. Jesus, now I almost decided something else, because I've seen people sort him in Ravenclaw too. Yeah. He's a really smart guy, as you know, and once he figures out something, he does research on it. Remember when he figured out that Evan was bipolar? He did his research well. He's probably searched things up very clearly and would just want to be with Evan, and then if he needed, and if he realized that he might need some help, he actually wanted to get it, and then once he figured out what he had to do, he tried to do as well as possible. So honestly, Isaac is a really hard character to sort. Oh boy, this is hard. I would put him either in Ravenclaw or Slytherin, to be my completely honest opinion right now. Even though, yes, he's very loyal to his friends, he's also one of those that I have a feeling that he protected Sana from, because he knew it was her after some time, and I think also the fact that when you think about it, if Isaac hadn't taken the blame, people wouldn't think it would be Sana. They wouldn't have thought her being the next opinion, even though yes, they kind of thought it was Vilde, and they realized, shit, wouldn't that be like that? So therefore they thought it was Isaac. But if they didn't think it would be Isaac, who would be the next person to get the blame? The person Isaac loves the most, which is Evan. Think about it. That could actually have happened, and I think he's up going 110, being like, my man is not gonna get the blame, because I think he's like one of those, yes, he will protect his own. He wants to protect Evan from getting hate from others, because he doesn't give a damn what they think about him. But if you think bad about Evan, who is the sweetest guy he knows, then yeah. So he's either a Slytherin or a Ravenclaw, I think. Even though he has a lot of loyalty and he is very brave for coming out and everything, but there's more than just that kind of bravery. He is a really smart guy, but at the same time, him and Sana are very good at standing up that they are right. So I think I would actually place him in Slytherin for this, that he's just dead set on him being right about things when he's talking with Sana. But that's kind of like Slytherin and Ravenclaw kind of thing. Like, I'm not always dead set on that, nor is my friend, and we are both Slytherins and Ravenclaws, so so if you know what I mean. I think I will in the end. I have Ravenclaw written up here, actually, I'm not kidding, but I think I'm going to place him in Slytherin with a lot of different abilities, especially Ravenclaw abilities. There, he is like, you know, the Hermione of Slytherin. Sorry. Next up, we got Sana. She's a Slytherin. I think she's a Slytherin. And honestly, come on, be your buddies in Slytherin, eh? Yeah. So, yeah. So far. And honestly, I think a lot of people have agreed with me, Sana being a Slytherin, but she could also be Ravenclaw. She is just like Isaac, Slytherin with Ravenclaw abilities, basically. So there we have it. That was the mains, and there we have the Hufflepuff, which is Eva. We have the Ravenclaw, which is Nora. We have the two Slytherins, Isaac and Sana. Next up, we got the Gryffindor persons I would like to add in. Okay, Jonas is a Gryffindor. That's one thing I thought he was either. No, wait, he's a Ravenclaw. He's a Ravenclaw. Sorry. I had to think about Jonas. I was like, he's either Hufflepuff, Gryffindor, or a Ravenclaw. In the end, I decided to go for my house Ravenclaw, the blue color, because he is a very smart guy. He do stand up for what he means. And the political thing, he's just a really smart guy. And the thing is about being a Ravenclaw, you don't need to be the smartest in your class to be a Ravenclaw. I am not as smart as my class. I wasn't smart as my class. I didn't get straight A's. As a matter of fact, in math, I got a 3. and that's like a D for those of you who use letters. And the thing is, Jonas, I think he's actually pretty good at school. Maybe has these certain things where he might not be as good as just like me, and therefore I think he is gonna be a very good Ravenclaw. William is a Slytherin. He's a Slytherin, and the reason for this is because of one reason, a couple more reasons actually. It's the fact that, you know how he was dead set on going on a date with Nora, so he thought he just was with him. I mean, like, he knew Vilde had a thing for him, and then it was like, I'll go on and said to Nora, if you go on a date with me, I'll stop joking with Vilde. It's sort of like that, and slight thing to do, pretty snaky. So William is a Slytherin for certain of these reasons, and also for the fact that he has had some more moments where you're just like, why are you such a Slytherin? Like, he's almost one of those, he's like one of those Slytherins you think are bad in the beginning, but has these certain soft spots. But then there's also the fact that I don't always like him. Okay, next we got my boy Evan, my second favorite character, and remember how I spent ages figuring out, he's like, Evan, I was like, originality, he's creative, he has very smart comebacks, smart, very desperate though, but smart when he's trying to do some stuff. Yeah, okay, I think I see where we got him. He is a Ravenclaw. Yeah, Evan is a Ravenclaw. That's that one is obvious for me, not obvious for everybody. He is very original with his thoughts. He draws a lot, and that's kind of thing with creativity. That's what I mean by it. He does a lot of drawing, and this leads to creativity of showing that he it's spinning on for me now. Yeah, creativity, and he's very original with his thoughts as well when you think about it. And he like thing with movies and such, he's also very creative because films are a very creative thing to work with. And he also has this way of like thinking, and the thing he says to Isak, like, I sometimes forget so young Isak is because Isak is also very smart, right? But then it's the fact that Evan has very smart comebacks and such like that, and sometimes it gets kind of depressing. But you see, he is really smart because he can do his stuff and still be himself, and even though he has mental illness and everything. So, but he's really smart, and that leads him into a Ravenclaw. The creativity, originality, and the way that he's smart. Because there are different kinds of smarts. Remember what I told you about that? And a lot of Ravenclaws do some stupid things, okay? And Evan can't decide the thing with mental illness, okay? If he didn't have this mental illness, we still would have loved him, and he would still be smart and everything, but it's the fact that the mental illness makes him have been like a Ravenclaw with the Gryffindor powers behind him, and Hufflepuff, and some Slytherin as well. The commitment to a Slytherin in a way, and the loyalty with the Hufflepuff being very nice, and the strength and bravery of a Gryffindor, because dealing with the mental illness, I look up to him. So he's very brave, but at the same time the Ravenclaw powers actually shines the most through. Next up, we're going to take Yosef, and I spent ages figuring out about this one, but I was like, because there's some people where like, oh, he is a Gryffindor and all, and I'm like, girl, no, he is a Hufflepuff. Why, you ask? Because, okay, first of all, he is super kind, even though he has certain things and such. He could be a Ravenclaw, I'm gonna be honest. However, his Hufflepuff shines through a lot. Like, talking about children, is being sweet, has a work sometimes at kindergarten, if I remember correctly, or like that, and yeah, he's just very Hufflepuffly, and I love it. I'm just being honest. I think he's very Hufflepuffy. It's up to you guys to decide in the end, those of you who watch Skam. And for those of you who don't, you should watch it and then tell me. Next up we got Vilde, and Vilde was hard to pick because she is, at the same time as she has a lot of like Gryffindor-y ways with being brave and all. I've noticed how that's not her biggest strength. She is mostly a Hufflepuff as well. Why, you ask? Sweet Vilde. The way she takes care of her mother, if you've seen season 4, episode 10. I don't like talking about the ending of Skam, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm actually almost crying. Oops. Yeah, she's a Hufflepuff with not just that, but also for the fact that her loyalty with her friends is very big, and she is just super nice, always so sweet and happy most of the time. It's like certain times where she is just like, no, but she's mostly just happy, so that's good. Coming up next we got Girl Chris, and she is a Hufflepuff. You saw it clearly if you have seen the way she's been behaving. Like, sure, she's very nice and she's very tough and all, but she is a Hufflepuff throughout. The thing she did for Bella when she went to talk to Dr. Scully, when she was like telling about certain things about how she thinks she doesn't have to do well at home, then yeah. It was just like, she was just a Hufflepuff straight on, and then and when Billy asked for something, Chris was like, yeah, okay, sure, I will help you with it, and it's like, yeah. And the fact she listens to Sana with what she had to say, and she's just so Hufflepuffly. Damn, son. We go next to the boys, and we're gonna start with Magnus, and Magnus, you, my dear boy. I did the same thing as like with Billy, like Hufflepuff, Gryffindor. I ended up deciding that he's a Hufflepuff because just like Vilde, it's not that much of a bravery actually. Think about it. There's a lot of Hufflepuff stuff though. Loyal to his friends even though no filter. Okay, both of them don't have a filter at all. I feel bad for the Hufflepuffs now. I'm sorry. That filter is like, I love them to bits, and they are so sweet and so loyal to their friends, and they're so nice all the time and always so happy, except for certain times. And also Magnus do have a mini Ravenclaw thing in him. Everybody does. But yeah, his Hufflepuff shines through a lot. Yeah, so it's like, I love them to pieces, but Jesus, the filter, please. Don't you have one in your mouth, preferably? Don't need to talk about your sex life, please, thank you. Okay, honestly, like, enemies, I did it before them, and they don't talk about their sex life. Like, you get the filter, please. Like, but I love them to pieces still. Mari, my boy, I actually had to rethink him. This boy is super sweet, and I'm really unsure about him actually. So, if I were to pick in the end, we notice how he really do stand up for his friends, and he's very loyal as well. He is kind of brave, you could say. I mean, and also for the fact that's thing with, like, he's the one originally gets to weed and stuff now. I originally wrote Slytherin, then I wrote Hufflepuff, and then I started reading. I think he might actually end up being a Gryffindor. And I haven't placed anyone in Gryffindor so far. Whoops, we're Harry our first Gryffindor. That's our boy Mari, in my opinion, because he's a brave guy. What's up next? Penetrator Chris is straight up just, you know. Do you see which color it is? No? Okay, it's green. Now you can see it. Yeah. It's green. He's a Slytherin. Reason Pen favorites is Slytherin is obvious. Do I need to go in on it? No. Here is kind of like William, but worse. Next, Eskil. Eskil, I was like, is he a Slytherin? Because he has his Slytherin moments. Is he a Hufflepuff? Because he's actually pretty kind. No, I decided in the end that he is just badass, brave, and Gryffindor. Love you, Eskil. Yeah, but Eskil really is Gryffindor. He's brave. But he's not, and he has his egoistic moments like a lot of Gryffindors. But at the same time, in the end of the day, he will be there for his friends. And even though yes, he's like grumpy and everything, and even though he seems more happy to see Noah, then he's like, you notice he wouldn't have taken he's like in, and also for the fact that maybe I have a feeling that when Isa comes to visit Collective, Eskil will legitimately cry and be like, my baby's back. Come on. I dare you to deny it. I dare you who watches Skam and everybody else. So yeah, he's a Gryffindor. He's a soft Gryffindor. He's just tough but soft. It's very complicated. Lynn was a hard puzzle. I was like, is she a Gryffindor? Hufflepuff? And then somebody was like, Ravenclaw, and I'm like, Ravenclaw. Maybe? Yeah. She, at the same time, I was like, but we don't always see her Ravenclaw side, so I feel like she would be mostly a Hufflepuff, actually. We barely see her, but when we do, she's like very nice and soft. So she's kind of blunt also. So I think we'll put her in Hufflepuff. She's nice though. Elias Bakoch. Let's see. The big bro, Susanna, obviously. He was a hard nut. I was like Slytherin, Gryffindor. I don't know. In the end, I actually decided I was going to put him in the same house as his sister. Because they have their similarities, and those similarities are very, like, they stand up for what they mean. Yeah. And family, you know, but like, people in family, they do tend to get sorted into different houses. People in the same family, they tend to get sorted into different houses, and such. That can actually happen. However, I think these two have their similarities so bad that I think they would be in the same house. Next up we got Adam, and honestly, I'm taking both him and Mutta from the fanfictions I've read. So he is a very sweet guy, and I'll put him in Hufflepuff. And Mutta I will put in Ravenclaw. The way that I see things in the fanfictions is that Mutta is a very, like, he can sit down, talk to you, and you will learn something new. He is very wise in the fanfictions, and Adam is a very sweet guy in the fanfictions. He's just positive and happy, and yeah. Mikael is the next one, and he was a hard nut. Damn. In the end, I wrote Slytherin originally, but I don't remember why. As I have been doing some research again, and I think maybe he might be a Hufflepuff, but at the same time, because the thing is, he was kind of scared and such, you know, with the thing with Evan. I think he also might be a really, like, sweet guy and such, and yeah, stands up for his friends. You notice that he's very close with them, and they all are very close to each other, but you can see them. It's also pretty much very Hufflepuffy. That's just what I see, though. You can have another opinion. I've seen some people putting Slytherin, some in Gryffindor, some. It's very confusing. Next up, we have, I just realized I've only had 2 Gryffindors, I think. Wow. But next up, the last person is Jamila, which is, you know, the one that is married to Sana's oldest brother, I think. Yeah, she is a Ravenclaw, as we can see with the way that she's smart, and yeah, you don't really get to know her properly. However, she is very Ravenclaw when you realize how she's studying and stuff. So I think I'll put her in Ravenclaw for the sake of how she's very set on studying and what she wants to go into. Like, sure, Sana is too, but she is more like that's it, being right as well. So I think Jamil will be a Ravenclaw. A lot of people put her in Ravenclaw. I think everybody put her in Ravenclaw. I think that is it for today. Damn, my head is spinning a tad bit for all the sorting. However, and by the way, for you guys who have seen the tag ID with my friend Carolina, we are not doing that one today because of she's tired and stuff, and tomorrow we can't like have a sleepover because she has work on Wednesday morning, and we will just wait and see. Maybe we'll film tomorrow, maybe. And yeah, and I will see you guys later. And this was another 30 minutes long video. I hope you have an amazing day, and bye.